Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Virtual Agro Technology 2021, organized by Department of Agriculture, Malaysia, with the, of course, wonderful support of Ministry of Agriculture. And we are growing. Malaysia is moving. And as I said, the National Agro Policy 2.0, one of the emphasis is the sustainable farming, as well as we want to increase the revenue of the farmers. And we are looking at how we can increase our export, because we have land, we have sun, and we have water, we have human talent, we have everything. We have good financing scheme, government is supporting it, department is giving the hands. What else we need? Or we need technology. That is why we are here today, Virtual Agro Technology Extension 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, we were watching from morning from Netherlands, from Australia. Now we are moving to South Korea. Tinysun is the company's name, and it's a world first movable green incubator. And since we have postponed the event twice due to some unforeseen circumstances, supposed to be the founder and the director, Professor Dr. Tyler Lee, supposed to address, but because of the changes of the date, we have the only representative of Tinysun in Malaysia. We have a local representative of Tinysun in Malaysia. He will be speaking today. That is Mr. Mac Magan. But let me read about Professor Dr. Tyler Lee. Tinysun deals with agricultural products in terms of storage and delivery. Tinysun is the first and sole producer of movable, eco-friendly green incubator for fruits, vegetables, and flowers, developed through a freshness-keeping module using LED lights called the Tinysun. Our aim is to transfer the produce from the orchard to your plate. Orchard fresh, still brimming with all the nutrients, like it is still growing on a tree. The incubator is produced based on bioinformatics analysis and algorithms. It is attached with a pre-programmed lights that transfers information to the agricultural products that is still growing in its natural state. Tinysun will serve as the sun's effects on the fruit tree, where it will, 1, control ethylene generation, 2, suppresses aging, 3, suppresses bacterial breeding, 4, boosts the ripening of produce. Tinysun is an eco-friendly delivering technology which adds high value to agricultural products by reducing production distribution costs. Investment costs can be reduced by reducing production waste by utilizing this portable, nature-friendly, fresh distribution technology. This is non-chemical and eco-friendly technology, increases trust in customers because its profound efficiency in extending the shelf life of produce during delivery and ease of use. Ladies and gentlemen, from the East, South Korea, Tinysun, we have a big sun, the creation of God. And now we have Tinysun from the big sun. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a local representative, Mr. Mac Magan, to take on the floor. Hi, Mr. Mac Magan.
Hello, Mr. Ravi. Thank you. Thank you. Pretty much you already done all my presentation.
Okay,
all right,
Mr.
bye everyone.
Mr. Magan,
Yes,
the local growers are very fortunate to hear from you. Ladies and gentlemen,
yes.
Mr. Mac Magan is the only local representative of Tinysun in Malaysia, and he's also the founder of ATIA Sdn Bhd. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Mr. Magan. Mr. Magan, the floor is yours. Take on.
Thank you, Mr. Ravi. Thank you. First, I want to say thank you to all of you. It's after many great speakers, and here you are still here with me to hear about my product, about Tinysun. First, I want to extend my deep from my heart, thank you to the Ministry of Agriculture for putting together this great program. Although during this pandemic, and yet we're doing it through Virtual, which is working out really well. Like the comfort of my house, I can do this presentation. This is awesome, and thank you. And I'm so blessed and feel like so honored to be a part of the great speakers all around the world, and I'm one of them to be with them. So now let's get to Tinysun, the Freshness-Keep module using LED lights. Now, wouldn't it be nice? We have someone in front of your door with the fresh vegetables, everything fresh. I used to remember when I take my mom to market, she'll be spending hours. I always tease her. I said, you know what? I might well just take you to the farm and just pick right from the tree. You're not going to find the freshness what you're looking for, which turned out to be wrong. When I came to know Tinysun, when we become partners with them, I was like, wow, we really can bring, fresh fruits, vegetables, and even flowers to the house. And actually, that is the challenges. That is the biggest challenges a lot of producers find, bringing fresh to the market, fresh to the consumers, especially fruits, and of course vegetables, green vegetables and flowers. By the time it reaches to the destination, it get died or something like that. So now let's move on. So a little bit about myself. I'm Mac Mahindran. I'm the COO for Atya, a local company in Cyber Jaya, and we are the partner to Tinysun Korea. And so a little bit about our company, Advanced Technology Innovative Alliance. It's a technology company that we specialize in smart technology for farming, manufacturing, security, automation, and education, edutainment and sportainment and so forth. So Tinysun is our partner for smart farming in Malaysia. So now let's talk about Tinysun. So when we talk about Tinysun, in 2011, it was established as a Sequence Plus Genesis, SIG Genesis. It's a company which is a professional research company for bioinformatics. So what is bioinformatics? It's an integrated field in the science that combine biology and information technology. Its application includes the study of molecule, sequence, and genomics data. And you can see that from that objective the company was developed, which came into Tinysun, like 2013. So purpose of Tinysun is fresh distribution technology using light. Wow, how is that? Okay, so Tinysun developed it, a freshness-keeping module using LED lights, just like this. I have it in my hand right here. You can see that. It's just a small, the size of a 50-cent coin or bigger. Okay, so the purpose is for the storage and delivery of agriculture products, and I'll talk detail about that, how the storage and delivery of agriculture product, and also domestic distribution and exports of flowers. Okay, that's the biggest obstacle that a lot of domestic and also for domestic distribution and also to export from Malaysia, they find it flowers. So those, and Tinysun have about 10 patents already registered on different products. The goal is to deliver the premium product and the best quality. That's what Tinysun is about. Okay, so we'll talk about that more. So this is the how it looks like. So like I said, it's a small device like this, incubator. All right. So and then now when we look at the sun, it consists of 7 rays, okay, and each have its own wavelength, frequency, and then photon energy and all that. So each of this wavelength and everything has some impact. All right. So all this has an impact on photosynthesis and things like this. So what Tinysun did is, in their research, they found a way to capture or to program the wavelength and the spectrum of the light, where the fruit or the vegetable or flower thinks that as though it's still growing in the tree, because this LED lights all have been programmed accordingly. Like for example, if you want for papaya, your program meant for the papaya, what wavelength it needed, those kind of things. So it all designed, it's programmable, and it lasts about 2 to 3 weeks. It goes along with the box on the delivery. So the concept, Tinysun like it said, like Mr. Ravi said, yes, Tinysun is like serve as a sun's effect on the tree, fruit tree, okay, on the fruit tree, another word for the plant. So it controls the generation of ethylene and then suppresses the aging, suppression of bacterial breeding, extend the natural life of ripening. Now, this is so important because this is where, especially we found in the papaya, which I'll show you on our 9 days experiment that we did. Majority of them, when the papaya overripe, it get rotten. So that's the problem. To maintain the freshness until it gets to the end of the consumer is so important. So that's what this Tinysun does. Tinysuns maintain the natural life of ripening of the fruit or vegetable or fruit. I mean, flowers. So, our technology, Tinysun, can move the taste, can move the nutrition and freshness to the dining table as natural as possible. That's amazing. That's amazing. Until now, I just couldn't understand how we can, defy the nature. But Tinysun did it. Tinysun did it with this small item right there, a small module right there. You can deliver the taste, nutrition, and freshness and on the fruit. So it's like I said, you have right from the tree, and then it will go into the shipping, where the Tinysun modules will be inserted into each box and then reaches to the end user, the consumer, of fresh. So Tinysun, let's look at this, how we did a test on one with the Tinysun and one without normal storage with the fruits. And as you can see in the box, when that's a Tinysun module is in there, you can see all the ethylene generation control, the suppression of the aging and the suppression of the bacterial breeding and extend, all this taking place. And look at this, the normal storage. Look at that. As you can see, the condition of the fruit. And this is, and let me give you a bigger picture. This one right there. And you can see this is with the Tinysun, and this is a normal storage. Look at the cucumber, how fresh it is. And it didn't turn like what you see, the normal storage. This is how successful that product is. And let me show you more. The extending of the shelf life. Look at this. Normal storage versus the Tinysun for 20 days. And it keep the freshness. Let's move on. We did another test for the Malaysian fruit, durian. All right, Malaysian fruit, durian, my favorite fruit. And you can see that normal storage versus with the Tinysun. And those durian lovers, you can tell the one to my right, to your right, must be the best part. You can see the fruit looks so fresh, yellowish, and all that. The one to the left of you, you can see the very left. It's already blackened. It shows, oh no, that's not something you want to eat it. All right. So you can see the freshness of it. So Tinysun is the freshness keeping module using LED lights. It's okay. Let's look at the fruit part of it. Okay, we call that MGI, movable green incubator technology. Okay, so Tinysun for vegetable, same thing also. We call that MGI, movable green incubator technology. And then Tinysun for flower, we call that movable eco-friendly flower incubator technology. Okay, so now when we talk about MGI, so when we say the incubator, it's like a baby, and they put it in a premature baby, when you put it in a small place where everything is controlled and protective environment to their care. Same idea inside the box where the fruit is. Okay, so where it keeps the freshness, it extends the storage. Okay, and then it enhances the bacterial resistance and sterilizes the effect. Okay, and then the nutrient growth, and finally eco-friendly delivery technology. There's no chemical involved in this. There's no, and then we talk about for the fruit and vegetable. Okay, and you can see that it reduces the production distribution costs by reduced production waste, lower investment costs, easy to use and maintain. So it is very easy. High value of agriculture products. It is high value agriculture products. And as you can see, it's a low cost and high efficiency, breakthrough delivery, and portable, nature friendly, fresh distribution technology. And then you can also see the resolution of the quality and so on and so forth. Okay, so now let's talk about Tinysun. Now, is there any chemical involved? No, it's non-chemical and eco-friendly technology. It's strictly LED lights. Okay, so this also suppressing the aging and also bacteria breeding suppression, and also the room temperature distribution technology. Yes, you don't have to freeze it or keep it in a, or it just controls it, because when the product is being shipped, it sees it as though it's growing. It sees it as though it's still growing on the tree. So it doesn't give the room for rotting or anything like that. Okay, so that's it. Let's look, for example, the flower. As you can see, we had two versions of programming. One is Tinysun, the 1 and 2. And as you can see, with the normal and then with the 2 form of, MEI. So you can see the difference there. All right. So the flower bloomed. So you can have that by the time it reaches to the destination, the flower will be bloomed. So you have a fresh flower. Okay. So we can have that also. So now let's look at the papaya test that we did. We did test 1 and 2. And here's the test result. As you can see, on the first one, on the first row, and this is a 9 days test we did. This is a normal condition, and you can see the day 0 compared to the day 9. Now, there is 2 programming involved, Tinysun 1 and Tinysun 2. As you can see from the Tinysun 1, and look at the day 9, and compare that with the Tinysun 2's programming, and you can see the freshness of the papaya after 9 days. It's amazing. For 9 days, we can keep a papaya, because usually when I buy from any supermarket and I bring it here, keep it in the house, and just in a few days, it'll be rotten. And here, look at that. In 9 days traveling, the freshness, the Tinysun can keep the papaya, because papaya usually are very fragile fruit. They quickly get rotten, So even after 9 days, you can see the condition, how they look. And you can see even inside. And the fruit is much juicier, sweeter, because the reason is it's not ripening by itself. Now with the Tinysun, with the light, with the LED light, the fruit thinks it's still growing. So all the chemicals reaction that's taking place inside the fruit is continuing. So it's becomes sweeter, more, it is, I've tried it myself. It was great, amazing what this can do. And there's another test too we did. This is a 10 days comparison. You can see the normal condition goes down, and then the Tinysun 1 and Tinysun 2. As you can see the difference for the 10 days comparison. Yeah. Okay, this is after the 10 days. So the first row after the 10 days for that one fruit. Another fruit after 10 days, this is how it looked like. Another fruit. So in other words, we did 3 different fruits. Let's see how it looks like after 10 days comparison from normal condition to Tinysun 1 and Tinysun 2. And then here they are. As you cut, you can look inside, and you can see the Tinysun 2. You can see the freshness. You can see how beautifully ripe inside. So one thing we should say, Malaysia, I lived in the US for 23 years, and I'm back here for now about 8 years. I find Malaysia as a paradise. It's an amazing country. Everything is perfect. We have a beautiful weather, the land, everything. And I mean, the land is amazing. I love gardening. I do a lot of gardening. I do, organic gardening, everything. And I see I was listening to all these great speakers, because I want to learn from them too, because I love gardening, and Malaysia is a perfect place for do all kind of agriculture. And I'm so happy that our Ministry of Agriculture is taking a great effort in promoting all this technology and increasing our production. And you can see another test we did in 10-day comparison. You can see the texture on the fruit. See, when someone buys any fruits, especially, they look at the look of the out. Look at the second, the third, Tinysun 2. How beautiful! It's so appealing. This is what you want. And if you look at the normal condition, how all the patches and everything, it's less desired. So Tinysun brings that to the table. It does. It's amazing. It's very economical. Amazing. The cost is so minimum. Amazing product. So cheap and so simple, and yet it's amazing. It's amazing what it can do. Yeah. So here it is. On Tinysun, very simple product, as I said, but amazing technologies behind it. So the moment you turn it on, the LED will be on. It's not like something you can change the battery. You can, but it's not worth it. It's worth just buying whole new. It's all like a disposable. After 3 weeks, it reaches to the destination, and the end user either dispose it or something like that. So we can recycle, but it's more expensive to recycle than trying to replace the battery and all that. But it's easier just to get a new one. So here it is, Tinysun. And if you want to contact me at 014-640-8690, or you can visit our website, our atiaalliance.com website, and you can also email me, macmahin at atiaalliance.com. And I want to say thank you to all of you. Okay, thank you. I know all of you must be very excited with all the speakers. And here it is, something from Korea, South Korea, Tinysun. And thank you, Mr. Ravi.
Thank you, Mr. Mac Magen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for bringing in Tinysun. We only used to see the big sun, and we can't see it because it is too powerful to see from naked eyes. But exactly. you brought the Tinysun so that we can hold the sun. Thank you so much, Mr. Mac Magen.
And also, Mr. Ravi, thank you.
Yeah, for the viewers, kindly please visit meeting room for Tinysun. As you know that the inventor as well as the director, Professor Dr. Tai Lee, he couldn't make it today, so Mr. Mac is just representing him for Malaysia because he's the only representative. And Mr. Mac, we will take the questions. If it is too technical, I believe they can visit the meeting room, then you can take your time to answer them back, because the exhibition virtual exhibitors will be there for 30 days.
Oh, wow.
30 days. Yeah, 30 days. So you can take the question and can answer. And this is a great benefit for the viewers.
Yes.
One big thanks to Jabatan Pertanian Malaysia for giving such a facility. Huge facility. All right. And I think there is a very straightforward question, Mr. Mac. I think you already answered the first question. That does this LED diode can be recyclable after use? And can I know how much cost for one piece for this LED diode that and that reflective box? How much is one cost?
Okay. So again, that's right. When we talk about, again, for recyclable wise, you can recycle, but it's not worth it. Now you're talking about, let's say you ship it 50 to Singapore, another 50. How are you going to collect them? Back to you. So it's not only that to take apart and replace the battery, to reuse it. It's not economical. It's much cheaper just to purchase it, reuse a new one. So it's because pretty much it's meant for disposable, but there's a huge technology inside there. It's huge technology is inside there, but it's, as I said, once it expires, you just dispose it, but you can recycle it. And as I said, it's been programmed. In other words, there's a device. Every device, every of this module has been programmed according to the fruits. Let's say, for example, if it's an apple, we program it according to apple. If it's a papaya, according to the papaya's wavelength and all that. So it's not like one fits all. It's not like this, I can use it for any fruits. See that? So again, if there's, especially now they have majority of the programs are programmed for the Korean version fruits, and we are working on Malaysian fruits like papaya, durian, those kind of things. So we are working with the local planters, farms in getting this device program to their fruits according to their fruit. So now talking about the price again, unfortunately, I cannot give you just per piece. It's based on the quantity that you order. So I'll give you the range is between from 50 cents USD to $1 USD, the quantity. Okay, so it's all based on the quantity. It range from 50 cents USD to $1 USD. So, or you can go lower based on your quantity of your order. Exactly, you know. So then it's very economical. It's not very expensive. So pretty much it goes in each box.
One more quick question, Mr. Mac.
Yeah, go ahead.
So sorry, Mr. Mac, to interrupt. From Nor Sharwani Binti Elias.
Hello,
one
Nor.
Tinysun can be used for what kind of box size? What she said is, I mean the max size of the box, maximum size of the box or container that one piece of can cover. Second question, if use it for export, is there any issue when we put it in the box?
No, and there shouldn't be any issue because this has been approved for export purpose. It's already been utilized in Korea and many part of the countries. So it's no restriction on that. Now the measurement, I'll get the information for you in more detail on the box. Yes, because
wonderful.
Of course, yeah. If the measurement of the box, I'll get it for you. I'll get the information for you. That
wonderful, Mr. Mac. Wonderful, right, Mr. Mac. Wonderful, wonderful, Mr. Mac, for your answer. And firstly, congratulations, because I received a text from Korea. I mean, a friend from my friend who has a Korean friend asking they want to get in touch with you. I believe Malaysia can be a hub. Even Korea have to contact you because the event is taking place in Malaysia.
That's right.
That's a big benefit. All right.
Wow, I'm so proud. I'm very happy. Yeah.
And then I just received a message from Noor Asuddin bin Abdullah. Where can we get this product? Where can we get this product?
Here am I. Here am I. Yes, we're the sole distributor for Tinysun. We're the partner. And so you can contact us, as you see the contact information, my phone number and our website, my email. Feel free to contact us, and we will. And also to the ma'am that had a question on the box, you also have my number. Message me. I'll have your number, so I will forward you the measurement for boxes and the number. We have the database. You know what type of sizes that. For each, version. So that way you can get that. Okay. Yes, please contact me and we can, I will provide you more information.
Yeah. Mr. Mac, once again, on behalf of all Malaysians, including Sabah and Sarawak, our sincere gratitude to your organization, Atia Sendirian Berhad, for bringing in Tinysun to Malaysia. Yes. I believe with amazing all product. These technologies, it is going to help the growers, and your sharing was superb and marvelous. And once again, on behalf of Jabatan Pertanian Malaysia and Ministry of Agriculture, we would like to thank you from bottom of our heart for your precious moment with us.
We are very indebted to the Ministry of Agriculture, what they're doing. They're bringing Malaysia to the next level in farming, which is very important. I really believe in that. I believe farming is the biggest thing, especially Malaysia. We're very blessed, super blessed, because living in Michigan from US for 23 years, we only get to farm for 4 months a year, 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days. You can farm in Malaysia.
Once again, Mr. Mac, thank you so much. I believe the crowd will go into the booth, the virtual booth. Right. So kindly try to assist them. Once again, on behalf of the organizing committee, thanks a lot, Mr. Mac.
Thank you.
The viewers, please stay tuned with me. We are going to the final speaker for today. Virtual Agro Technology 2021 is an extension program organized by Jabatan Pertanian Malaysia. Stay tuned for the last speaker today. Thank you.